both teams kind of adopting something that was taken by their opponents in game 1. Liquid actually getting 3 of them. 3 bounties to start here, and maybe a kill as well. No, GH does have either shot because he doesn't want to totally ruin his laning phase, but they just get a lot of harassment on the Afterlife here.
They only got 3, right? So did one get denied?
Did Mind Control deny one with his treants?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Your king thanks you.
Ooh, that's rough. Seems like the nerf to the treants. I mean, it really just, like, you can nerf the damage and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's still, you can out-trade any solo support. Nobody can really fight you like that. TP's into the mid lane. They're trying to go for the kill onto the OD. FNG trying to slow down with the dual breath, but there's too many heroes here as Mind Control TP'd in and Kuro made his way across. This is the danger, a laning phase that goes this well. And we saw how quickly, like, if you have to move around the map nonstop, we saw Liquid just straight up give up their mid tower because they felt like they couldn't stop the lone druid from taking it.
Yeah, and they sort of have a similar problem again, like they did in last game, Gambit. Obviously, it didn't end up mattering because their mid game was so strong. As Afo gonna get gone on here, getting pretty low right now.
They have another Purifying Flames to finish him off. They need vision. They're gonna spot him and get the Ether Shock out from GH immediately. They don't even think about looking at going to the other support. They just want the tower.
Plus, you know that Dahak, and it really feels like he likes his Radiance timers, but it also means that the overall pace of the game is just slow.
Good read by Apo, but it's not good enough. The root is going to be there just in time from Kuro. So he turns around knowing that he's dead. He wants to get a kill out of it, but he couldn't actually catch up to that Oracle. And now will die to the wrath of nature
they might
from
even
Mind
rush.
Control. Gambit trying to get inside the pit right now with a macro pyre. They're going to throw it out here, but between the bear and the wards, they're just slowly going to take the Roshan without taking any hero damage here. Miracle is going to position himself to pick up the Aegis.
Plus, as soon as the stun connects, you know that Miracle's like on the case. It's like, I've been hit.
Nice path.
Oh, they're just going for it right now.
Yeah, they really are. Between the bear and the serpent wards, once again, very low committal, but high damage on this tier 3. Stunning the bear, they need to finish off this bear. Much like Liquid tried to do, GH actually from a long range gets the shackles, just gets a bit of harassment damage to Gambit. See if they can bring down one of these heroes low enough. They got him, Immersion. Drifts a little bit too low, but summon the new bear here to finish up this tier 3.
Fire.
Biting him down, managed to get the Ice Path. They're going to try and finish off the Wraith King while going for the last strike at the same time here. Afterlife's dead. There goes the reincarnation of the Wraith King. And nobody from Gambit is really behind him. They're going to buy back for the last strike and finally TP in Afo. But again, in OD at a level 11, 15 minutes in, it's not really a powerhouse hero. And Liquid are not that scared of this buyback and these rotations. But now they've lost their second bear, it's probably time to retreat. There goes all your building damage.
Yeah, now they're going to reset here as Matama Man goes to
Catch
the TP
Matama
out.
Man, no! Immersion, too slow with the Impale.
He's going to get nobody now for that.
He's got nothing.
They're just instead going to go for the bounty runes.
I like how they played that safe. They didn't try and get greedy and go for the bounty runes.
I mean, Afro might just get gone on right now. GH chops the sentry to make sure that Immersion isn't on top of him and just go for him. And that's exactly what he does.
All Gambit left him as soon as they got the bounty runes.
That was so smart by him. Drop the sentry, because the Nyx was down there for some time.
Yeah.
That's what I meant about, you know, you ideally want to get something going, but it's so scary to just go for the smoke. But going for Roshan, when it is up, you know it'll be up. So it's a very easy objective, I think, for the team that's behind to fight around.
Trying to get this pick off on the Furion. Mind Control does have an Orchid, so if he's fast enough, he can slow down this hit from Immersion. Doesn't actually get it off. They land the Impale, and that Apo's going to be here. Split Earth as well. A really good kill. The second one for Gambit in this game. As this time around, they don't trade anything. But a Roshan pit. It kind of inverts everything, where the back line is kind of exposed, and your damage dealers are there in that dead end. They're going to try and kill the bear here with the help of the skeletons. Trying to slow it down, but simultaneously can't get too far out of position. Impale, that's going to land, and that is going to be the bear kill.
Oh, Miracle.
See if they can blow up this Wraith King, take away the reincarnation. There's going to be the imprisonment save, but they have to try and take away these Serpent Wards, force staff them away. Still managed to get him with those long-range nukes, and they do have treants currently hitting the melee barracks. Gambit really can't worry about that too much right now. They just need to be able to find an engagement somehow. Miracle jumps in, managed to hit the impale as well as the spike carapace stuns. Immersion trying to go for a GH, but he managed to dodge out that impale. Afterlife coming back from his imprisonment. They're trying to finish off this bear real quickly, at least as best as possible. Do manage to throw down the ultimate there from Afo. Another good imprisonment save, but Miracle is just going to be able to set that up. Look at him. Imprisonment. Mid does manage to get the spike carapace stun on the imprisonment to kill the OD very easily. Immersion, he's going to stall things a little bit here, but that's going to be 4 dead from Gambit, and Team Liquid don't even need Roshan at this point. They can just go for the high ground, force some buybacks. Immersion trying to wrap his way all the way around. Maybe he was looking for that courier. They spotted it because of the ward they have on the high ground next to the Roshan pit. But it's a cool ward too, from the Dire side. So now, you said it had to be the Roshan defense. Gambit, they tried, weren't able to get it together, so now they're going to have to go for the high ground defense, which is probably going to be harder here as they have so many liberties they can take. Just drop the Serpent Wards and the Bear. They have BKBs available. They have an Aegis. Miracle once again going to turn to the Nyx Assassin. It's such a great hero to turn into with that Spike Carapace especially, allowing you to be able to get free stuns. Look at that. The magic immunity just allowing Miracle to soak up some damage. Don't even need the false promise. Bear running forward, trying to finish up that mid laner barracks. Miracle just dives in pretty freely, takes out that Jakiro. Now they actually have the Orc get into the back line. That's going to be Immersion going down as well. Beyond Godlike for him, and Miracle is only halfway through this while Man's taking that mid lane of barracks. That's going to be 2 lanes gone, and the top lane fully exposed here. At this rate, Team Liquid don't even necessarily have to win a team fight to close out this game. All they have to do is just hit the buildings.
They can just be as patient as they want, send in their cores. They don't have to commit anything for this.
No.
Send in the Bear at this point.
So Gambit, they are the ones who have to go kind of out there and put a stop to this one. They're going to start by trying to kill the Bear.
Shotgun again.
There's going to be a shotgun onto the Leshrac, bring him a bit low. There's going to be the force snap, but the pursuit out for the waveform. Miracle managed to catch him. There's going to be the buyback of the Bears just going for it right now. The melee barracks dropping fast. They just keep on throwing more and more stuns at this Bear, and he keeps on getting saved by the Oracle. In fact, he's going to false promise it just to make sure the second Bear does stay alive. A bunch of buybacks forced, and Liquid did use some abilities, and since they're on cooldown, they'll back up. They're going to play it very safe. They respect Gambit as a team a lot and are not trying to throw this game. But they're actually going to get caught here as Miracle. Well, he doesn't get caught. He actually kills Immersion. Now they're going to turn, go for the Leshrac kill, who did buy back in his last engagement. Pops his BKB. FNG, he's dead. Now look for Afo or Afterlife. Well, maybe he can go for Dahak as well, as he does have a reincarnation, but they take away that first life. He's keeping himself alive just purely off the lifesteal right now. Now the imprisonment. 2-man split earth. That's going to be well set up. The hammer gets dropped, almost finishing out the OD, but it's not quite enough. Now the BKB from Mind Controls. He just stands his ground, finish up that first life of the Wraith King. He comes back now. Miracle actually just committing his life onto the Radiant so he can go full health. Now the Serpent was blocking him off. Now managed to get the shackles as well, not allowing Gambit to get back inside their base, but it's already been megas by Man. He's already slipped through, cut off the throat of Gambit and Team Liquid. Boy, were they pissed off about game 1 or what, Blitz? This was just, they took 0 risk and they just dominated Gambit from the start.
It was all that mid rotation. When 4 people came mid and Gambit had no response, you knew what the game was going to look like.
Yeah.
They couldn't defend any of their towers. Part of the problem with giving up that mid tower so early on in the game is it represents that you have no interest in defending the other towers because your lineup just can't do it. I think Gambit realized at about 10 minutes, like, oh, we actually have no answer. We're just going to have to wait. Like, the only option that they had at that point, and this is every pro team's least favorite thing ever, is let's hope the enemy team just messes up.